morning, y'all. Let's plant some more seeds. So I've got Cornichons. You know, those little like pickles. They're some of my favorites, and I've always wanted to try to grow them, so I ordered some from Smart Seeds Emporium off of Etsy. We're going to do 4 of these. I'm going to put 2 seeds in each hole just to guarantee a little bit better germination. And then we'll pick the strongest of the 2. I've got pumpkin on a stick this year. I have been wanting to grow this forever, and I just never ordered the seeds. I'll put a picture up right about here of what it looks like when it's done, but it's basically an eggplant that looks like a pumpkin, and you can eat it like an eggplant. But if you let it dry all the way on the stem, it's like a little decoration for Halloween. Pumpkin on a stick. So I'm gonna do a little, like probably 3 in each one of these. And the rule of thumb when you're planting seedlings or seeds is that you never want to go any deeper than twice as big as the seedling is. So because these are pretty small, we're gonna go super shallow. I'm just gonna like barely cover these up. So I'm going to do 8 tomatillos this year. We did not have a good tomatillo crop last year. You need 2 or more plants in order for them to fruit. All of them died but 1. So we never did get any fruit. They bloomed and they were gorgeous, but they weren't able to cross-pollinate. So I'm going to go with 8 this year. Hopefully all of them will survive, but if at least 4 survive, will be good. We made a ton of green salsa the year before last, and it did not last us the entire year. So I'm thinking that 8 plants, at least 4 to 8 plants, would be enough to get us through a year's worth of green salsa. And these are tiny too, so I'm just going to sprinkle these on here, 2 to 3 in each cell. I'm just gonna lightly cover these up because they are tiny, tiny. And these are being bottom watered right now. Probably have to put a little bit more in there. This just helps the seeds not to separate or sink down too far, and then you don't get any germination. So you can either pre-soak all of your soil mix like I've done with this little pot, or you can bottom water. And so this one I'm bottom watering because it has the big tray. The next one that we're going to try to grow this year is new to me. It's Helen's flower, and it is a perennial native, and it says that it produces a dazzling abundance of bold yellow blooms that are a magnet for bees and butterflies. Flowers appear in the late summer and continue producing ample blooms through fall. These strong-stemmed daisy-like flowers are excellent in bouquets. So if you can see it, that is gorgeous. So we're gonna plant 4 of these and see what happens, and if we get them to grow, these are gonna go to the new property. Oh, these are tiny. These are almost like carrot seeds. It says to plant them 24 inches apart, 1/8 of an inch. I'm gonna sprinkle these and then kind of look and watch them how they grow, and then if we need to thin them out, we'll thin them out. Those are tiny, tiny. This might be a good one to go do some chaotic gardening with at the new property. I might do that. I'll set that one to the side. So, I think I'll go right there. I'm just gonna barely push those into the soil. Once this soil finishes soaking up, these will all get covered. It'll soak down a little bit. Whew. All right, and then the next one is ground cherries. I absolutely love these. If you've never grown ground cherries, please go. Order you some seeds right now. They always sell out, but one plant is really enough for us, but I'm going to try to make some wine next year, so I'm going to do 4 plants this year, but one was a lot. I mean, we were eating ground cherries. I made jellies out of it. Like, I gave away a bunch of ground cherries. So, it is definitely worth it. I did save seeds from the ground cherries last year, but I have misplaced them. And I could not find them in time. So, I just went ahead and ordered some more when I ordered these last bit of seeds. So, once again, I'm just going to put a little bit, 3 or 4 in each hole. And we will thin them out once they start growing. And then we're going to do Midnight Red Amaranth. If you've never grown amaranth, it is so pretty. Last year I did Love Lies Bleeding, and then this year I'm doing Midnight Red Amaranth. And Midnight Red Amaranth is really versatile. You can grow it just for looks. It's absolutely stunning. But then you can also eat the leaves just like you would spinach, and then the when it goes to seed, the seeds can be used in place of flour. It takes a lot to do that, but it's definitely worth it just to have a little bit of spinach type plant in the summertime. So we're going to do 4 of these, but I'm going to put a couple of them together. So these are also really tiny seeds. So I'm just going to spread them out. Last year, I had a really good germination rate with the amaranth Love Lies Bleeding. It just didn't grow as big as I was wanting it to grow. And so this one's supposed to get 24 inches tall. So we will see how that turns out. And then we've got blueberry cream zinnias. I absolutely love zinnias. They serve no other purpose than to make me happy and for flower arrangements. So that is what we're growing. And then these you can kind of grow together. So 3 per 12 inch. So I'm going to put a bunch of little seeds in here and we'll see what happens. Last year I grew mammoth and those are really pretty. And I really liked those. I saved some seeds from those so we could chaotic garden with those too. But these blueberry creams just look so pretty. So I grabbed them up. And then in this little doohickey, I'm going to go ahead and plant some Italian parsley. I have some planted here. It is a perennial, so in my area. So I am going to just try to go ahead and plant another one so that I can have some at the new property. So I'm just going to do a little sprinkle, and probably do a little cover with some more dirt. And we'll see how this grows. I'm like so tempted to like go to the property, take all the like flower seeds that I have and like the annuals, like the amaranth, and just like toss it. We already did it. If you haven't seen my other video, we already did it with peas, beans, and red clover seed, but I think I want to add some more flowers. So I may get some together and go do that in a couple of days. So I'm just going to sprinkle a little bit more soil on top of this, since it's really soaked. This is a full spectrum LED grow light from Grove. It's pretty interesting. You can stick it straight to whatever your surface is, and it can also be screwed directly in. So because we're moving and I want to take this with us, I didn't want to screw it directly in, so it's just stuck up there with the adhesive. So far so good, and it does come with an extra outlet to do a 12-hour timer. I haven't quite figured that out yet. It's a little complicated. I'm getting old for the technology, I think. So I am going to, however, because I am out of room on my grow shelf, I'm going to lift this up onto this box. I need 2. What you think? I may end up adding another box because I like them to be like right on top while they're going, and then we will check on it later. I'm going to put the parsley underneath my shelves over there, and then we'll check back in a couple of days, and hopefully these will get to growing. We'll see you guys next time.